Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Virginie and I am an interior designer. I love co-creating with my clients their homes so that they can have a beautiful and functional home that reflects their personality and supports them in their everyday lives. This goes from consulting to guiding them through the entire renovation process. I also assist foreigners who want to purchase and renovate properties in Italy, helping them throughout the entire process, which can be challenging to follow from a distance. In this channel, I will talk about home and renovation, providing tips and ideas so that you can have the house of your dreams, a place you can't wait to return to, and find and be yourself. Remember, these are just suggestions. Only take what indeed resonates with you and let go of the rest. The topic of color is absolutely fascinating and quite beloved. I often get questions about which colors to choose for your homes. Knowing how to choose and manage colors isn't easy, but it's vital for creating harmonious environments that truly represent us. So let's try to untangle things a little bit and figure out how to create a color palette that reflects you and enhances your home. Before we start, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed these topics and haven't done so already. You will stay updated and help me to grow the channel. I really appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up and let's get started. Designing and choosing the colors and materials that will present in your home is truly important to ensure that the various spaces communicate with each other in a coherent and balanced manner. The color palette is really one of the first things to start with. As we know now, colors create mood and evoke sensations and emotions, so choosing them carefully and consciously is paramount. Therefore, let's see the fundamental steps to create a color palette that suits you, your tastes, and your style. Different colors evoke different sensations, such as excitement, relaxation, introspection, mystery, passion, etc. I talk about the color psychology here and I leave you the link in the description box below. Color can transform a space. It can make it seem warmer or cooler. It can visually expand the room. It can enhance the sense of well-being. It can brighten up the space. Color is indeed the fundamental tool for creating the right atmosphere. To choose a color, you need to ask yourself a few questions. What is the function and purpose of that room? What emotions do you want to experience in that space? Which color can help you achieve these goals? The answers to these questions will help you to find the right color. This color will impact sensations and behavior, making the space functional and suitable for the specific activities of that environment. There are other, somewhat more technical aspects to consider. Where is the room located? How many windows are there and how they are oriented? Is there anything that could alter the perception of color in any way? These questions give you an idea of the room's condition and further aid in the color selection, or at least in determining its brightness and saturation. Let me give you an example. If a room doesn't receive direct light, it's better to use light colors to bring the space more breathing room and allow the indirect light to reflect more. That will still enable you to make natural light more efficient as it reflects better on lighter colors. Neutral colors are essential in a color palette because they serve as a backdrop and can enhance various furniture elements. Walls painted in neutral colors open up numerous opportunities. They allow us to incorporate furniture pieces with stronger colors without overwhelming the space. When selecting the right neutral, the first thing to do is to determine whether to choose warm or cool neutrals. Opt for those that best represent your personality and style and complement the other colors in the palette and furnishings. Choosing a warm or cool neutral may not be simple due to its undertone. For example, you might choose a white color, but once the wall is painted, it may appear slightly yellowish or bluish. That occurs due to the undertone. Except for pure neutral like pure white, pure black, and pure gray, the others are obtained by combining two complementary colors or adding a pure neutral to one color. That results in a white, for instance. It can be appearing pure, but ultimately, due to its undertone, it may indeed have a slight yellowish or bluish tint. I discussed this aspect of neutral in more detail here, and again I will leave you the link in the description box below. Accent colors are crucial for creating movement and contrast and emphasizing significant elements of the environment. Choosing neutral colors will facilitate the choice of an accent color, which doesn't necessarily have to be vibrant, but should contrast with the other colors. To better understand if you had a home with a palette of soft neutral colors and added a bit of dark gray or black, that would still be considered an accent color, because the contrast between light neutrals and dark gray or black is high. If, however, you want to add a touch of a real color, the questions we asked at the beginning will be helpful. For example, green could be the right solution if you have a living room where you want to convey a sense of calm, relaxation, and freshness. If you decide to have more than one accent color, you need to know how to pair them, and for this it's essential to understand the color theory and use the color wheel. How? Well, I explain it here, and again I will leave you the link in the description box below. There's a small detail to pay attention to when choosing one or more accent colors. It should be accurately distributed throughout the space. Let me explain further. Suppose you choose the color green. You should use it, for example, on a seating piece, in a fabric like cushions, rugs, curtains, objects, and artworks. You can even paint a wall or a portion of it if you like. In short, it shouldn't be a single point of color that otherwise would seem randomly placed. Doing this will help you create rhythm, one of the 6 basic concepts of interior designer. Again, I discuss it here, and I will leave you the link in the description box below. And like with this, you can make everything cohesive and harmonious. That's good. Now you're ready to create your color palette and bring it into your home. To avoid messy upheavals when using colors that you like on paper, follow these 3 little cautions. Start with one wall or room. You never know, so beginning with a small portion to be sure you like the colors. Taste the shades. Unfortunately, a color swatch is not enough to understand how a particular color looks in your home, nor seeing it in the store. When possible, get some samples and try them on the walls. You will also see how they adapt to your spaces and natural and artificial light you have. Light can change the perception of colors. Choose where to use the color. It's not a trivial choice. Light colors enlarge when dark ones shrink. So using color in one place rather than another can change the perception of spaces. If you use different colors in various rooms, consider how they communicate with each other. If you can see the dining room from the kitchen, for example, and decide to use two different colors, make sure they harmonize. My suggestion is to use a single palette for the entire house, with the only exception being children's room. And if necessary, use more than one color in one room and another in another. That creates harmony and cohesion. I hope the video was helpful and you love it. In case, let me know with a thumbs up and in the comments. Please feel free to share this video with someone you think might be interested in the topic. I will be honored and it will help me grow my channel. If you feel that your home or some environment of it does not reflect you enough, do not wait any longer and book your consultancy. You find my contact in the description box below. If you already haven't done it, remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. See you soon.